bit about your project and then kind of maybe what you're working on. And then we can have any follow-up questions from any of the speakers. You can raise your hand or just kind of jump in there. No big deal. Facility07, introduce yourself, please, and tell us a little bit about your game and how would we get involved if we're not already.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, glad to be here. Happy to be in the presence of such awesome games, and it is a shame that Phoenix Arena isn't here because awesome stuff that they're working on as well. But yeah, I'm Trevor. My one half of Facilities. Oh, that's not quite true. Okay, I'm going to say I'm one half of Never Engine with my wife and I. And through Never Engine, we kind of work on a lot of other projects, which including Facility07, as well as the CNFT News. So I'm Scott Chestnut on the CNFT News. And over here in Facility07, I'm Trevor, or potentially the Colonel as well. I like to, we have a lot of different hats that we wear. And by that I mean characters. But Facility07 is a project that we've been working on for many years, far before NFTs existed, actually. It's been about 10 years now that this board game has been in production, or in, pre-production, I suppose, as we test it and have fun with it. And, I'm not a game designer by trade, technically, although I am kind of getting there at this point. So over the years, I worked my day job, and then I worked on Facility07 on the side, and we've done cons, physical, in-person board game conventions. We've done lots of online testing. We've done online cons. We've had lots of fun doing this thing, and now we're bringing it to CNFTs, and we're using the power of CNFTs to mint a collection of awesome agent artwork. And this agent artwork is artwork that we can only afford to have for the game because we're able to mint it as a collection. That's still coming up, but we were able to really enhance the quality of Facility07 by coming into Cardano and being a part of all this. So that's really cool. The game, just quickly, is a 2 to 6 player game. It's kind of tabletop light. You play as secret agents who are infiltrating an evil genius's lair. That's the evil Professor Norwood. And he's trying to take over the world using his army of clones. He's got some cloning technology, and he's trying to go crazy with it. But it's your job to stop him. So the first phase of the game, you're exploring the facility and building the rooms, or you're building it one by one out of rooms that are cards. So you can draw a new room and then place it on the board. So it's always a different layout, never even remotely the same game twice. And after you've explored enough, you find the mainframe, you hack it, and then you're able to, you set the self-destruct countdown. And that's kind of when the game begins, in a way, when your mission is complete, because now you're no longer allies with the other agents. You're only allied until you set the self-destruct countdown. Then it kind of becomes a battle royale, try to get the most data, which are victory points, and get out alive. And it's a lot of fun. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek spy humor, kind of inspired by Venture Bros and Chuck and Austin Powers. We just have a lot of fun with it. I don't know. There's more. Obviously, I can go on and on and on, but that's good for me. Hello.
Here's a question, because I play a lot of card games. Is there any card game that you could maybe say relates to it a little bit?
Oh yeah. I mean, I specifically in the very beginning had played 2 games that I loved, and I wanted to combine and add my own stuff to. So that's basically what we did. So if you're familiar with Betrayal at House on Haunted Hill, that's a board game where you kind of build the place as you go, and you get a little character card, and it's very similar to this one. But we've combined that with Bang, which is a spaghetti western kind of card game where you're playing as the sheriffs or the outlaw, and it's kind of a hidden identity thing, and you're shooting at each other and getting on horseback, and it's just a very goofy kind of card-based battle game. And so I wanted that exploration element as well as that battle element And then, we've got a lot of exciting innovations of our own as well.
So to play this game, are you guys doing this just in your Discord then? Like, at scheduled times?
So we have playtests online via Tabletopia. You can it's fully, simulated 3D tabletop.
All the assets are in there.
Exactly. So
physics, etc.
We get to have fun with that. And we play every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we also are adding Mondays to the list. We're doing Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we have it's all free. And if you play, you will gain data tokens, which are on-chain data, as we were discussing earlier.
And we party and have research and training every Sunday for movie night or TV party, depending on the media and training footage that we're consuming. And this week we've got Shart as a guest, so you already know there's going to be a musical performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in that space last night. He's a very talented artist. If you don't go to open mic night as a space, you guys should. We got some real cool talent here as artists, but that's not why we're here talking about games. So for you guys in the game, right? So right now, I went to your website yesterday and I saw that you could mint 2 kind of comic books that looked like moving art, very very cool kind of comic book kind of titles. So what are those involved with the game versus the agent thing that I would mint with data tokens?
Yeah, totally. So we've got these kind of the Office of Advancement where you can spend data tokens on rare stuff or one-of-ones or clearance level badges. But then we also have just other mints that go down. So we've got the propaganda poster that you mentioned, which is really was our first kind of coming out mint, and that's still ongoing as well. And we're you can feel free to jump on one of those. It'll give you Discord access to restricted channels. It'll give you a chance at getting a free agent mint as well. If you have both posters, one from each side, you get that. If you want, you can delve into the posters because 2 of them contain a code word, 2 different code words. There are 24 code words that we are hiding throughout our NFTs for this project. 11 of them have been minted into NFTs so far, and there's 1 or 2 or more on the data token itself, even. So we've got some community members who are kind of hunting for that. But yeah, these mints right now will play into a larger vision for the project that we have that we're going to be talking more about very soon. But we're kind of keep playing it close to our chest at the moment. But it has to do with a game that we're putting together, like an app kind of thing.
So best, like for someone low cost entry, right? If they just come play your game on Friday or Mondays, they'll get some data tokens probably, and then be able to get like that, 6 ADA plus 2 data tokens to get an agency pass, and then then the journey starts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't have to have one of those clearance level badges, but if you do, you'll get, again, Discord rules, restricted access areas, access to kind of giveaways and data tokens and blah, 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 all that good stuff. But yes, basically it's free. And you don't even have to come and play, in fact, because there are 2 or more treasure hunts active right now. One of them on the main page of our website. And if you are to follow if you find it and decode it and do what it says, you'll earn 2 data straight up, just for going to the website, clicking some stuff, and then doing some code work. All of these things have coding and encrypted things that you have to solve.
But for people who aren't technically advanced, that it sounds scary, but it's kind of easy. It would be somewhat easy for us if we were looking for it.
Well, you might have to do some Googling, like how to solve basic codes. They're not, anything crazy though. It's all pretty beginner friendly, I would say. The hint is follow the data. So if you go to the main page and follow the data, you will find something, probably. And speaking of, I also just pushed an update to the website that adds a manual mint address for the clearance badge thing.
Sweet.
So if you're not able to use the end maker button for whatever reason, it's been weird lately, you can now do it manually.
Do you guys have an artist behind your posters and your shoes? Because it's actually really well done. Like, it's really good art.
Well, thank you. Yeah, well, the poster was created by Melissa, who did all the agent artwork as well. She is an artist that we hired to create this artwork, and she fell in love with the project along the way and really enjoyed working with us, and we love working with her. So we're hoping that if this project, gets the momentum, we hope it does, that we can bring her more thoroughly into the CNFT community. I think she'd fit right in. So she did the initial, the drawings or the illustrations, and then I went in and used After Effects and Photoshop and whatnot to 3Dify it and make it crazy, even crazier. And the shoes, they were all created by myself and Midjourney and Photoshop. It took many, many hours of generating and then editing and putting things together and trying to come up with a good theming, and it was so fun though, and I think the shoes turned out really nicely. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So tomorrow, I guess I'm going to try to join tomorrow's Tabletopia, get an idea of the game, because I think that's probably one of the hardest things for your game, when nobody knows how to play it. I mean, you can maybe talk to this. Has that been like the hardest onboarding? Is that nobody's heard of this before? It's slightly too confusing, so people are a little apprehensive.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what drives someone to not show up. We do have a lot of turnout though at our play tests, so people are enjoying it. We've also had people play it without playing through us, because the rule book is out there. It's fully available for anybody through Tabletopia, and you can also just ask me, and I'll be happy to help you out. I've also got a how to play video in the works. We've shot it. It's just editing it now.
Yeah, those videos are really helpful.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner myself, so until I can kind of see it, I don't quite understand it fully myself. So
I've got a full 10-minute everything video right now, but I want to cut it down to like 3 minutes or something for people who don't want everything at the right now. Get it started.
Well, if you're interested, give Facility07 a like and a follow, and join Tabletopia tomorrow and maybe Mondays.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Sunday for me anyways. So nothing going on Sunday, but Mondays and Fridays.
I lose track of my days sometimes. Yes, today is Saturday.